So the cat and the dog are getting used to sleeping in the same bed. So we have fewer problems. Uh, Hello, sir.
Hello, Yakov. How are you?
I am guessing it's not Veterans Day in communist Kanakistan.
We call it Remembrance Day, and we wear poppies.
Aha. But it's on the same day?
Yes. Yeah. Look, you took it. You guys took this from the British, okay? Like
Uh,
many good things, you took it from the British.
for some reason, I didn't remember it was on a Tuesday. I figured all holidays are on Mondays.
Look. You guys with your Veterans Day. How long were you in it? It's in remembrance of World War One. You guys were in World War One for 45 seconds.
Yes, but we saved your asses.
Maybe a minute. No, you're thinking of the second one. The first one, what did you? Who even
We sold you lots of ships.
cares? Yes, I'm glad you said ships. I wasn't sure where you were going with that word.
Well, we did sell you lots of other stuff too.
Yes. Um, Jacob is. Did you name your dog because you are a miserly Jew? Is that?
Huh?
Isn't your dog Goldie or whatever?
No, it's Lucky Paws.
Lucky Paws. Right. And then okay, never mind. Why did I think it was Goldie or something like that?
Because Paz is
That's right. Okay.
Hebrew for,
That's yeah. There we
and
go.
he's a golden retriever.
Yes.
So, like, calling golden retrievers gold? Come on.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. It makes
Yes.
that's I was
Although
like it was in my brain.
it was a
Yeah.
great segue to the discussions. Ow! That
What a
hurt.
great moment. Right.
Um, the what's his name? Rod Dreher had an article which was kind of scary about how anti-Semitism is taking over the rights and authoritarianism, the rights in the United States.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I think yeah, let's I don't know. I I like many other people who identify as a person of color have no problem talking about ethnic groups and peoples. It's just like everyone. Yeah,
And and remember, Maltese is a dialect of Arabic.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm a dirty
He,
Moor.
he,
I've been called, and because of my ambiguity, I've been called such a vast swath of stereotypical names. I've been called the N word. I've
I
received
have
anti-Semitic
an I have
slurs.
I have a neighbor whose last name is Matamoros, which,
Okay.
if you speak Spanish, mata means to kill,
Yeah, I was gonna say
and moros means Moors.
nice. That's a
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sure him
Yeah.
and my great grandfather would have gotten along.
So, I mean, when I told my father about that, he's like, "Wow, Christians get away with anything." Uh, could you
I've
please
brought a
stop biting
poem.
me? Thank you.
I
Yeah.
brought a poem that might help us engage in the topic which you've put forward.
Veterans Day or
Yes,
anti-Semitism?
yes. Veterans Day.
Uh,
Veterans Day. It's a poem. There was a period of time where I identified as a pacifist, and I liked this poem for that reason.
you poor thing.
Uh, yeah. I was I was also a black belt in karate at the exact same time. Like I got my black belt when I was the most pacifistic. Um, this poem, have you ever? So the it's based on a Latin phrase. Dulce et decorum est pro patria more means it is sweet and fitting for one to die for one's country. Okay, it's a line from Horace. So this is a poem written by someone named Wilfred Owen, who was a soldier in World War One. Okay, which is why we have this date for Remembrance and/or Veterans Day. So this poem is called Dulce et Decorum Est. Bent double like old beggars under sacks, knock-kneed, coughing like hags, we cursed through sludge, till on the haunting flares we turned our backs, and towards our distant rest began to trudge. Men marched asleep. Many had lost their boots, but limped on, bloodshod. All went lame, all blind, drunk with fatigue, deaf even to the hoots of gash shells dropping softly behind. Gas, gas, quickly, boys, an ecstasy of fumbling, fitting the clumsy helmets just in time, but someone still was yelling out and stumbling, and floundering like a man in fire or lie. Dim through the misty panes and thick green light, as under a green sea, I saw him drowning. In all my dreams before my helpless sight, he plunges at me, guttering, choking, drowning. If in some smothering dreams you too could pace behind the wagon that we flung him in, and watched the white eyes writhe in his hanging face, like a devil's sick of sin, if you could hear, at every jolt, the blood come gargling from his froth-corrupted lungs, obscene as cancer, bitter as the cud, of vile, incurable sores on innocent tongues, my friend, you would not tell with such high zest to children ardent for some desperate glory the old lie, dulce et decorum est, pro patria more. So that was that part of why he wrote that was because this was used as this. He's trying to anti-propagandize children who were joining World War One.
Reminds me of the song Imagine, which is possibly the song I hate most in the world.
Okay, I will. Have you heard that poem before?
No.
Okay.
At least not that I remember.
Yes. Okay. Did you enjoy that poem, for lack of a better term? I don't even know if it's an anti-war poem. It may just be anti-World War One is different.
To call it a lie, I think, is a failure. I mean, people who don't understand why we get into wars, oftentimes don't understand why we honor soldiers. And it takes a certain type of naivete and innocence and privilege not to understand why we get into wars. And frankly, it's the disease of the same person who never got into a fist fight in school.
Right. Well, and it's a difficult thing for me to exactly put. As I've evolved in my thinking, I definitely think that there is a place for just war. The issue that I have, though, is that you as the soldier are volunteering to be under an authority, and you don't get to determine when that moment is.
If you are volunteering, let's face it, through most of history, most of the people who were fighting did not volunteer.
Right. But within that as well, I think it's very interesting that the day for remembrance is related to World War One, because World War One is an unjustifiable war. Or would you disagree with that? Do you think World War One is a reasonable war for the entire? Yeah.
I don't think you can have a reasonable war without the divine guidance of a prophet
Mm.
when human beings. So, as the rabbis say, not since Moses and Korah has there been a conflict in which one person was completely wrong and the other person was completely right.
Okay.
Yep. And even then, the children of Korah ended up writing psalms in Bnei Brak.
Yeah. I've heard you say it many times. Korah
do.
also wrote psalms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So later today, we are going on a hike. So
you and me? Are you coming here?
no, me and several of the Los Angeles people, hopefully many of the Los Angeles people, we'll see how many people come. There's going to be at least 3 of us.
I think we might have different weather right now, Jacob. Oh. I can't even show my outside because of how
There's snow.
Yeah. Where is it come through? Nope, just white. Okay.
About 20 years ago, I remember it snowed in Los Angeles and made the front page of the newspapers.
It's been snowing for days over here.
I believe you. Yeah, that doesn't happen here.
It's lovely though. It's a nice snow. It's not apocalyptic.
Snow is great to visit.
As the man living in California. Yeah.
The reason I mentioned the hike though is I am hoping to tire little Mr. Lucky out on the walk because he is full of energy. Could you be any more full of energy?
Yes. Well, it's interesting too because I have a friend, and he had a very violent past before he became a Christian.
Uh-huh.
And after he became a Christian, I think it was during when was it Boko Haram who was like kidnapping those girls?
Yep.
He just said, "Well, I have to go stop that, and I'm willing to die to make sure that it is stopped." So he is a full-time pastor, but is given repeatedly leave to go overseas and fight. And he just
I have
both.
incredible respect for this man.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine, and it's one of those things where
sounds like a real Christian to me.
He's willing to pay whatever price. You know what I mean? Is like, I think a lot of I believe that there is a way of being a pacifist and being brave. I think there is such a thing. But the issue is that particularly in our culture is that people aren't really laying their lives down for the things that they believe.
Right. So if you are, being a pacifist can be an individually defensible position if you are willing to take the consequences of it, which generally mean your wives will be raped and your children will die with you. But what is absolutely immoral, and I'm speaking to you, Preston Sprinkle, not that he's going to hear this, but some of the people here might.
My name's Dave. Okay, sorry, continue.
Yes. Is being a pacifist on someone else's behalf. Saying, right, I'm a pacifist, therefore this other person should lay down and die.
Right. But what if you don't like that person?
Okay. That's generally the case, because when you do like that person, usually you don't say, I'm a pacifist, therefore that person should lay down and die. And it's kind of hilarious how Shadow is looking disdainfully at Lucky struggling in my arms, going, "What is wrong with you?" That is, in fact, the exact facial expression she has is like, "What is wrong with this dog?"
Mhm. My cats are. My cat peed on my bed yesterday in protest. I don't know if you can see, but I am in a different location.
Cats actually do that. Dogs do that as well.
Yes. And so 2 days ago we moved our cats, and yesterday was my first day working from the new house. My internet connection, I believe, is much better right now as a result of this as well. But
So you bought a new house?
I bought our first house. We were living in an apartment for the first 12 years of our marriage.
Aha. Mazel tov.
Thank you. And one of the cats in protest has peed on my bed. My side too.
Did you recite a psalm of dedication of the house?
Give me what psalm I should say.
It's Shir Chanukat Habayit. I forget which number it is. You can look up Shir Chanukat Habayit. We say it on Hanukkah and also when we put up mezuzahs in the new house.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. That's what that is. It's a feast of dedication, right?
Correct. Chanukat Habayit.
I said
Psalm
12.
30.
We've been married for 12 years.
No, I think he's saying Psalm 30. I think that's what he means. That is my guess as to the meaning of our good friend Yechezkel Shraga Halevi Ben Moshe Halevi Levi. So what else are we talking about?
It's the one that says you'll turn my morning into dancing. Is that right?
You are going to make me look up Bible verses. We don't do Bible verses on my channel.
Shit.
Have you noticed? Never do I end up pulling up Bible verses on my streams.
There we are.
Ever. So, Psalm Tanakh, Psalms 30. Mizmor Shir Chanukat Habayit LeDavid. Arumimcha Adonai ki dilitani velo simachta oivai li. Adonai Elohai shivati elecha v'tirpaeni. Adonai helita min sheol nafshi chiyitani miyordei bor. Zamru Adonai chasidav v'hodu lezecher kodsho. Ki rega ba'apo chayim bertzono ba'erev yalin bechi v'laboker rina. ואני אמרתי בשלוי בל אמות לעולם. אדוני ברצונך העמדת להרי עוז. הסתרת פניך הייתי נבהל. אליך אדוני אקרא ואל אדוני אתחנן. מה בצע בדמי? בריתי אל שחת היודך עפר היגיד עמיתך. שמע אדוני וחונני. אדוני היה עוזר לי. הפכת מספדי למחול, לי פיתחת שקי ותעזרני שמחה, למען יזמרך כבוד, ולא ידום אדוני אלוהי לעולם עודך. Got it?
Yes. Question.
Yes.
What does this have to do with having a new house?
So, first verse says,
Yeah, you haven't made
Mizmor
my foes
Shir
rejoice.
Hanukat Habayit LeDavid.
Oh, over the dedication of themselves. Okay.
Yes. It is a song for the dedication of the house. Therefore, when you dedicate houses, this is the psalm you say.
Okay.
Apparently, rabbis get into this because I've never heard rabbis talking about how the word Hanukkah may come from the psalm. Yeah, actually, a lot of Christians.
Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, a lot of Christians are kind of surprised that like there's actually a psalm for Hanukkah because they imagine that like Hanukkah songs aren't actually from the Bible.
But no, but this isn't. This is Hanukkah is the rededication, not the dedication of the temple.
Yes, but where do you think they got the idea of calling
Of
the
Yeah, no,
dedication of the house Hanukkah Habayit?
Right. Also, I think most Christians don't know that in the Gospel of John, Jesus celebrates Hanukkah.
Yes, I
feast.
that out
It's
a
labeled
lot.
as the Feast of Dedication there, but he does celebrate. An
Yeah.
excellent day for him to say that him and the Father are one.
And I also like to point out there's a reason why there are so many Marys in the New Testament. Because of Mariamne, who most people have no idea who she was.
Yeah.
Do Noachites count as trans Jews? I don't think so. But some people would say yes.
I don't identify as Jewish also. It's important to understand.
According to Radak, the building of the temple served as a public sign, ouch, to the
David's
entire
sin has been
world
forgiven.
that David's sin had been forgiven, referring to the sin with Bathsheba and Uriah. The very fact that Solomon, the son born from that union, was chosen by God to build the temple proves divine forgiveness.
Sure.
How are you doing, Michael?
I'm pretty good. Yep. How big's that dog gonna get, Jacob? Is it a full size?
Yep. He's only 3 months old and he's already 25 pounds. Which is my bare minimum for a dog. Dogs under 25 pounds should be euthanized for their own quality of life. It is torture to make a dog under 25 pounds live.
Well, I think ours just makes the cut. Pretty sure.
Okay. Just as long as they're at least 25 pounds.
Just a quick thing, Cassandra. I just finished a Shakespeare production, so I'd be very happy to talk about Twelfth Night. So I'll send you some stuff, and maybe we'll talk about that piece. Sandy actually came and saw it. Sandy is too kind to me, so she trekked down to see the show. It was great.
Sandy is one of my favorite Torontans in the whole wide world.
She's a gem. She's an absolute gem. And one of your favorite parts about her is that she's not actually in Toronto.
Close enough. Every time, so my mom has family in Vancouver, and several times we've gone visiting them, and every single time my mom says, "Can we go to Niagara Falls too?"
Of course.
It's like, Mom, Vancouver is nowhere near Niagara. Why bad, Jacob?
I think it maybe all the dog murder.
It's being kind. Why would you make a poor dog suffer being under 25 pounds? I'm telling you, Shadow would beat such a dog up. She already bullied Happy and is bullying Lucky mostly.
Well, I don't know. I heard that those little Yorkshire Terriers are actually supposed to be really great at hunting rats, but
Yeah. That's it. I actually had a dog that part of the breed that she was called Rat Terrier, and on more than one, like killed multiple mice while at our house. And we used to take her to a dog park, but she found an area of tall grass at the dog park. And I think we stopped taking her after she killed like her 7th mouse there. Like we just like, and something took over in her, and she could not be called back when she was murdering rodents.
well,
Now you're making me like rat dogs.
Yeah.
well,
You-
but they're so it's a shame that they are so rarely it, getting the opportunity to fulfill their destiny because only
Yeah.
bougie people buy them.
Yeah.
Jason says, I am living with a Pomeranian right now, and he suffers. But from demons. It's funny how much of a retriever Lucky is. Yesterday, well, the night before yesterday, when I went to sleep, I took my glasses off, I put it on the nightstand, and I heard it fall, and I'm like, I just let it fall. I'm like, I'll find it in the morning, and I wake up in the morning, and it's very hard to find your glasses without
Your glasses?
without your glasses. Yes.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
And so I am searching everywhere in my bedroom, like everywhere for my glasses. And I'm like, oh. So I go and check Lucky's bed. Guess where my glasses were? Lucky's
I'm gonna
bed,
say-
which is where I also find my shoes and often my underwear and socks. He retrieves everything.
My dog is a herding breed, and yeah, like can't when we go for a family hike or something like that, cannot stand how far the first person and the last person is, and just going boom, 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 making sure the first person isn't too far ahead and the last person isn't too far behind.
Lucky picks up literally everything that we walk past. Like anything that's on the ground, he has to pick up. Yeah. What's on your mind, Michael?
No, not too much. I got this baby coming in 1 week, so trying
Woo!
to figure out all what needs to be done for that. And yeah,
Mazel tov.
Remind me, do you know, are you aware of the gender of said baby?
yes, it's a boy.
Wow, Michael's going to
Wow.
have a boy.
Yep.
Incredible. Amazing.
Yep.
Very nice.
Now you will have a child that will love wrestling as much as you. Good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
And-
my friend that I watch wrestling with, he got a couple of he got like a red onesie that says "brother" in the like Hulk Hogan font.
That's great.
Just be careful when you're changing diapers. Boys have a tendency to pee in your mouth. That is different from having girls.
Yeah.
And Chazi says he enjoyed his conversation with you. When did you have a conversation with Chazi?
It was like, one of those chatting streams the other week or something when you left and then Hezi was there. It was just me and Hezi, so we had a little talk for a few minutes. So it was nice.
Cassandra, has apparently not spent a lot of time changing little boys' diapers.
I mean, the goal is kind of like to change them after they pee, but
Yes, but actually, so when you open up a diaper, that actually causes a reflex to pee.
yes, I know.
Yeah.
I know this. I have had other newborns before, but
Yep.
yeah, but you're supposed to like hold the top over until like
To give them a chance. Yeah.
until you make the switch.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes, this is especially the case with boys.
So, David, is your home purchase in anticipation of other life milestones?
No, sir. Tis not.
Jason wants to talk
Well-
about Exodus 15:3. You were saying, Michael?
Well, I was just saying, you'll become a better theologian if you have the opportunity to.
I don't doubt it. A busier, better theologian.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jason. Song of Moses is probably not the greatest of places to. I mean, my voice is terrible, or I would sing it for you. Chezi could come on and sing it for you.
I think he's interested in God's a man of war, right? Is that the part?
Yeah.
Is that why for Veterans Day he has brought us here?
So, let me explain a very, very important part of Hebrew, of understanding Hebrew, that causes much problems for Christians. Hebrew has a grammatical form called a construct chain, which does not exist in English or in Greek. And what a construct chain is when you have two or more words and you put them into a chain and they become it becomes a new concept. It's like kind of like in German, how they'll string a bunch of words together and it'll be one new word, right?
There's a very famous one actually, which is the 1,000 words for snow is not that there is 1,000 words for snow in an Inuit or Eskimo language. It's that you can do that with words for snow. And so if you say wet snow, that becomes a new word. And that's different. That's different than you can add these things to it.
So the construct chain usually gets translated to English as X of Y.
Man of war.
Right. Man of war, son of man. And some similar things. So when you
son of man, it means human. It just means human one, right?
Basically. When you see a construct chain in the Hebrew, you should see it as a unit of one thing, which means that. So when we say ish milchama, man of war, right? That is actually a new concept, right? And actually, what I would say is, I would translate it more along the lines of champion. But that's me. But also, I mean, we are talking in the Song of Moses, which is very, very poetic. Amazing verse. Yeah, if I had a better voice and musical talent, I would actually sing Az Yaşlı Moshe for you guys. But I won't do that to you.
Hmm.
I want to
Although
hear
I
you sing
also
that
have
sometime. Weren't you about to become a cantor? Isn't that one of the things that
me.
you almost?
No,
Yeah.
one of the things which made me decide that God does not want me to be um, uh, living an Orthodox Jewish lifestyle, other than the incredible trouble I have growing a beard, is the fact I have zero musical ability. I am absolutely incapable of memorizing um,
Music.
music and the cantillation marks, and therefore I was absolutely incapable of chanting the Torah in the synagogue, which many people and expected me to do, and I failed dramatically.
Have you ever read the book A Canticle for Leibowitz? Have you ever read that book by any chance?
It sounds really familiar. Oh, I have it. I have it by my bed, and I'm halfway through it.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Something tells me that you identify strongly with Lazarus in that.
I don't
There's-
remember Lazarus. So it's not that I can't grow a beard. It's that I grow a very thick beard, and my skin is very sensitive. Therefore, when my beard gets much longer than this, uh, my skin starts flaking, bleeding, falling apart. And Tayo says, lads, I've been binging Fuentes content and I blame Kale Zeldin. Well, I mean, you could just believe us that he's a racist anti-Semite, or you can binge his content.
Can we can we call him a closeted racist anti-Semite?
He's not closeted about being a racist and an anti-Semite. He's closeted about being gay.
That's right. Okay.
Which frankly I have no problems with. I think if you are gay, you should be closeted. First Chronicle.
I wanted you to say you should be racist.
No. First Chronicles. What am I looking for? First Chronicles. What? Oh yeah, First Chronicles is in the Ketuvim, isn't it? Yes, it is. First Chronicles. What am I looking for?
28:3.
28:3. And God said to me, "Do not build a house for my name, for a man of wars you are, and you have spilled blood." So the difference here is ish milchama and ish milchamot is different. So yeah, they translated here a man of battles, but yeah, milchamot is the plural of milchama, but when you decide to make the construct out of um, different words, it means different things.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So what's the controversy we all get wrong or whatever?
It's because he's called a man. That Hashem is called an ish, which is a man.
Yes. And some Christians like to understand that as saying that God is a man, when the Bible says God isn't a man. And they say, but it says God is a man. It's like, no, actually it doesn't. So Paul Vanderklay once said this to me, and I've been quoting it ever since. He said, I really wish people knew how to use closets again.
I found this so I'm happy to talk about this and well, Michael is here too. I get mad at even like little things like how Jedi is like the Jedis are depicted in Star Wars, because people can't understand that religious people can actually, for religious reasons, stop themselves from having sex. So like
Shocking.
yeah, is like in the Star Wars like universe, a guy who has been training all of his life to be a monk just gives it up like that. And I'm like, for religious reasons, I didn't have sex before I was married, right? Like, there were years where I didn't do things that are typical of men because of religious conviction. And people just can't wrap their heads around that as even a possibility. It's if we have desires, we must be indulging in them. And like the modern world can't even imagine the notion of keeping anything contained.
Okay, but there are Protestants, especially Methodists, but including some Reform, who believe that if you have a desire to sin, that means you're not really a Christian.
Oh, okay, you're talking about like the holiness movement sort of thing.
Oh yeah, man. When I met a guy. It was when I was at this discipleship program or whatever in Illinois, and we went over to like some guy that was there in the church. It was like his dad, and his dad had bought into one of these like, you can just stop sinning and you never sin ever again. And like, but then it's just such a reconfiguring of like what it means to be sinning or sinful that it just totally backfires like against the whole thing. So yeah.
Yeah, I have generally.
But you can go the other way too far with the concupiscence and all that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is Colonimus. It's not Cal Rivet, who is also here, unless I got it wrong. But the Christianity has some ideas about the sinful nature of man, which I find hilarious, and most Jews find incomprehensible.
Yeah, it's way more Greek. There's way more Greek in there than should be, and it's weird. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. The Christians that like say like you must have like Platonism or whatever. Like I don't really think that's true. That like and I think that kind of messes the whole thing up.
That's
where a lot of that comes from.
It's even worse than no distinction between Maaseh and Machshava. It's no difference between Machshava and Yetzer, and I'm not even joking. And no distinction between Maaseh and Yetzer. To explain this,
Yatsar is to form.
Yes,
but especially out of clay, which is why like it's a pottery term.
Yes, but Yetzer is an inclination. The Yetzer Hara is the evil inclination, which we believe pretty much everyone has an evil inclination. and many Christians. I mean, this really gets into the conversation that Yosef was having about Romans 7 with Father Stephen, and what exactly, um, how exactly Paul viewed the nature of man and the capacity of a Christian to die to his sins. Uh,
Do you think
yeah,
that relationship between Yetzer and Yatzer is related? That like the like some in Christianese we'll talk a lot about like the flesh, or just being made of what we are made of as a source of issue, where it's like, yeah, you have that problem as a created thing.
I mean, you can always make drushas in the Hebrew,
Right.
right? Um, I don't know if the word yetzer is used how we use it in Rabbinic Hebrew in the Bible. Um, Yosef would know. Does Kazi, do you know is Yetzer used to refer to the Yetzer Tov and Yetzer Ra in the Bible itself? It might be a rabbinic term.
Because it's definitely Yatzar that describes God making man.
Right. There is definitely a term in biblical Hebrew to form, right, which is related.
Hmm.
But Yetzer Ra and Yetzer Tov, I I am not sure if it is used in the Bible that way, it wouldn't be in the Torah.
Now I'm distracted by that. Because to me, also using a pottery term, something where you're making something intimately with, or making something with your hands, it seems intimate to me.
Ki yetzer lev hadam ra me. Oh, you are right. Yeah, minel rav. Um. Oh, isn't that actually from Genesis? Let's find this verse. Where's that verse from? Yetzer lev. Um.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
Yetzer lev. It is. Yeah, that's how it's used in Genesis 6:5. Although this isn't the verse you said, that's Genesis 8.
Does that
So
make what's that? What's that? Was that about the ark or something?
no, it's talking about the inclination of man. So
Oh,
Genesis 6:5, and
oh,
God saw, for great was the evil of man in the land, and that the Yetzer Machshavot Libo, that the inclination of the thoughts of his heart, Rak Ra Kol Hayom, is only evil all day long. Genesis 8:21, V'yarach Hashem et reach haniholah. God smelled the pleasant odor. Vayomer Hashem el libo, lo osif lekalel od et ha'adama ba'avur ha'adam. And God said in his heart, I will no longer curse the land because of man. Ki yetzer lev adam, because the inclination of the heart of man, ra min ne'urav, is evil from his youth. Velo osif od lahakot et kol chai, and I shall no longer strike all the living, ka'asher asiti, as which I have made. Uh, and Proverbs 3:1, Beni Torati al tishkach umitzvotai yitzor libecha. No, that's a different use. That's not Yetzer Lev. Yeah, it's so First Chronicles 28:9. V'chol Yetzer machshavot. Again, it's the inclination
Jacob,
of the things. Yes.
it does sound to me that by lining up those passages next to each other where that similar wording is used, that it is related to the being like it's related to Adam being made out of dirt. You think I'm going too far with that?
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely not shot. It's definitely not the simple meaning of the verse, and
Right.
you can always take a verse in any meaning that it has, which does not contradict its simple meaning. But I mean, the word Yetzer, it is very different from. I mean, Yotzer and Yetzer, they are related, but you have to remember when you're talking about Hebrew, there are only 3,000 different roots. Right. In all
This is exactly why people dismiss symbolism, by the way, is because if you make too many connections, at some point it's like, this is not, there's no way this is what, right? Because the biggest example to me is that the idea of knowing in Hebrew is sometimes just sexual. It's not about some like esoteric, deeper knowing sort of a thing. Sometimes it's just a euphemism.
Where would you say that's true? Because I think when it comes to Adam knowing Eve, it's not just sexual.
I would agree, but there's other places where it's just like, I feel like probably, I'm not thinking of anywhere in particular, but if I'm thinking of little sections in genealogies.
Well, I mean, there's lots of times where it's like says the only purpose of it is to say like so and so knew their wife and this child was born. It doesn't mean that every marriage where a man knew his wife was as intimate and deep and meaningful as every other.
Yeah, it'd be like if a passage referred to someone using the restroom, and so you said, well, so that means that they're taking a nap. It's like, no, they're not taking a nap. That's not what you do in the restroom.
Right.
I understand why you would think that, but it's But this is especially happening for me right now because we're just about to do the Prophets of Baal passage, and there's definitely a euphemism for using the bathroom within there, right? Like,
yes, there is,
which is great, and it's not. If you take it literally, you have no idea what it's talking about. Not no idea, but you have a misconception.
Isn't the euphemism there that he's on his way or something?
He has turned aside. He has turned aside is the euphemism. Or it's like it's the same thing for how euphemisms regarding genitals work and everything else. It's like, yeah.
Hieronymus says the word is more than just sexual. Look at what word is used when Abraham has relations with Hagar. What word is used? Is it?
It might be laid with her. Maybe it's laid with as opposed to that. But there's a bunch of different euphemisms which are used in different contexts, and it's just like I don't know if it's supposed to actually be special. Sometimes I do think it is, but sometimes it's just like there it is. That's just what we say.
Does anybody remember what chapter Hagar's in? 18, 19?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be before 20.
19 is Sodom and Gomorrah.
Is that right?
16 maybe something.
16?
I don't know. Somewhere.
Yeah, you are correct. הנה הצרני השם מולדת נא אל שפחה ובנת ותיקח שרי את אשת המצרי שפחתה מקץ 10 שנים לשבט אברהם כנען ותיתן אותה אישה ויבוא אל הגר. He came upon her. Interesting.
Is that like the same? Where sometimes I think sometimes it's translated like go into. Or is
Yeah.
That a different...
Yeah. Vayavo. Yeah. To. Yeah.
Yeah, it's which I'm convinced is where the English term, the euphemism of orgasm meaning to arrive.
Oh, yeah, I guess it could have. It could come from the Bible. I mean, we get a lot of our stuff from the King James.
Because that's how it says that people had sex. It'll say he came into her or went into her.
Yeah, vayavo aleh. Yeah. Rabbeinu Yoav, where are you?
I'm in the car.
You're in the car.
Yeah.
Israeli cars are tiny, by the way.
No, we don't make cars in Israel.
Yes, but the cars that exist in Israel are tiny.
Well, my car happens to be Chinese. So you should file your complaint with the Chinese government.
Chinese cars tend to be small.
Okay.
You've been to the United States, haven't you, Yoav?
Yeah, I've been many times, yeah.
Aren't our cars much more spacious than your cars?
Well, the Americans used to be.
Yeah.
That's also because Americans are very spacious themselves.
No, and it's because stupid Obama's emissions bill backfired or whatever.
Well, no, you have to realize gas in Israel is 5 times the price of gas in the United States.
Yeah, but Obama put that thing in that had restrictions for what as per year what emissions you could do, and the emissions were stricter for like small sedans and stuff. And so basically, all the car companies, instead of actually trying to make more efficient sedans and small cars, everything is an SUV. Like you go to get a rental car, and it's like even the little small 4-seater, it's still an SUV, like because it has a different standard. So that's the way they go. It totally backfired.
So Yoav, what did you want to tell us?
I wanted to tell you many things, but then time passed and then I had to go. I need to continue the story from last Friday.
From last Friday about Major General Isha Milchama?
Yes, Major General Eshet Milchama was released on bail to her house on an unbelievable sum of $3,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does a major general attorney get $3,000?
Yeah. And she spent the weekend at the home with the warm embrace of her family. Mm-hmm. And then she swallowed some pills.
Yes. I heard about this.
Yes. And then she went to the hospital.
Yes.
But everything is fine. Nobody's dead yet.
So what I tweeted out when I saw she swallowed some pills was Richard Epstein didn't kill himself. Neither did Rudolph Kastner.
And she definitely did not kill herself because she did not kill herself.
She's still alive.
Yes.
I don't know how long that's going to last, but she's definitely still alive.
Yeah. She
And
seems to be.
I am not
Seems to-
sure that she is more likely to stay alive in prison than at home. I really am not.
Okay. Do you know who is now safe from any harm?
Who?
The policeman.
Which policeman?
There is a policeman in the Hamas police. He was captured as a prisoner of war and he was alleged to have killed a few Israelis. And there was a whole affair, the way that the authorities in the prison treated him. It's become quite a famous affair. So
I
you
do
should
not
not.
know this affair.
Hmm?
I do not know of this affair.
No, you do know. It's the same affair I'm talking about.
Ah, okay.
So he's safe. Nobody will harm him
Okay.
because there was this prisoner exchange deal.
Right.
So he was exchanged.
Aha.
Aha. Which means prosecution is missing an important witness.
I am going to have to look into this because I'm not quite putting the connections together.
If you go and complain, if you start a trial and you have an alleged victim,
Mm-hmm.
and the alleged victim is now not in the country anymore,
Right.
and he was yet to testify,
Mm-hmm.
how would you continue with the trial?
Depends. I mean, if the victim actually was a victim and wanted justice, he would come back.
Yeah, but
Or
then
he somehow.
how do you guarantee his safety?
Video witnesses are not unheard of.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
I mean, we're going to have to see what exactly happens. I am much more skeptical than you are that this is a story that will have legs. I think it's going to be buried very quickly, especially since nobody in the United States is talking about it.
So the question now in front of the Israeli Supreme Court is who is authorized to bury it. Since the Attorney General thinks that she is qualified to do so, while she's the main suspect.
Mm. Who is the current Attorney General?
A certain woman.
A certain woman. Okay.
Yeah.
Attorney General Israel. Gali Baharav Miara?
Yeah, the name sounds familiar. She was actually fired like a month ago, but she doesn't recognize the authority of the government to fire her.
Yeah, that's not surprising for Israeli attorney generals. So for Americans who don't understand this, The Israeli Attorney General is basically the person who gets to tell the Prime Minister of Israel what he's allowed and not allowed to do, which is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, subject to the decision of the Supreme Court.
Yes. So apparently, and
Yeah,
correct me if
we are
I'm
boring. I
remembering
think we are boring everybody. I think I need to go because you had a nice stream and I just bored everybody.
um I don't think it's they left because they were bored. But if I remember correctly, the prime minister suing the attorney general in the Supreme Court of Israel is a common occurrence. Yes? No?
Sorry, what was the verb?
That is something that happens quite often. That the attorney general sues the prime minister, or the other way around.
Well, I was losing you, but yes, it's complicated here.
Let's see what Grok says. How often does the Supreme Court of Israel decide?
Sorry, I'm losing you. My internet here is going.
I
Need to go.
understand.
Sorry.
No problem. It's going to be me by myself. Historical frequency. Based on publicly documented high court rulings and legal analyses, 2020, 2023, 2024, approximately 2 to 3 since Israel's founding in 1948, with both major instances occurring during Netanyahu's tenure. So it's happened only in the past 5 years, and it's happened 3 times in the past 5 years. So, yeah. It used to be that the Attorney General was Chazi says no. It used to be that the Attorney General actually worked for the Prime Minister, but I don't think that's really the case so far anymore. If I remember, if I'm understanding what goes on right now. Yeah. I mean, Chazi is an attorney. Is Christian still going? I don't think Christian's still going. Is Christian still going? No, it appears Christian is no longer going. Oh, it only went an hour and 27 minutes, so I did not actually step on his toes, apparently. Shockingly, I did not step on his toes. I tried to not step on his toes. I highly recommend people read Rod Dreher's post recently. If you ask me nicely, I might even read it out loud and commentate. I don't completely agree with him. I am happy that he's raising the alarm, though. Such a balagan. William's got to go too. Let's see. How many people are watching? There are 10 people watching. I am going to post the link, and I am going to sit here quietly until people decide what they want to talk about. Andrew, are you coming hiking with
How
us?
are you?
You have work tonight, don't you?
I can't. I have work.
I figured as
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I am bleeding. My dog bit me.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, them puppies don't know how hard they bite.
Actually, he didn't. He actually doesn't close his mouth, but his teeth are damn sharp.
Yeah, yeah. Did you get him like a
He has
bone
tons of
or two
chew
toys?
toys.
Okay,
He has
okay,
tons of chew toys.
okay.
Yes. But I think until his actual teeth can't come in, we're going to be stuck with his. I think it's it should be in a couple of months. When do puppies lose their baby teeth? Yeah, it's gonna be soon.
Man.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's gonna start losing teeth soon. How's work?
Good. We had 4 days off, so
You had 4 days off? Why'd you have
yeah,
4 days off?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then this Veterans Day. So
Oh, so
yeah.
you should have come. No, you have work tonight, so yeah,
Mhm.
understandable.
Yep.
What are you eating?
A bunch of carbs.
Carbs?
It's all carbs. I should add protein.
I have never been in better shape before in my life. Last night, you remember we used to go to the gym, and how long I was able to stay on the stairs?
Yep. Yep.
All of 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I did 25 minutes on the stairs yesterday,
That's perfect, man. That's perfect.
and I could have done more.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Yeah, almost 60 floors.
Yeah, good job, man.
But I've also never been fatter in my life. I'm 235 pounds now.
Hey, as long as you're moving around, you're fine.
No, I need to lose.
Dude, I'm telling you, like everyone on the construction site is fat as hell. Bunch of hogs
funny.
walking around. What?
That's funny. Why?
Yeah. Mass moves mass. Probably the best way of putting it.
Dreer it did kind of imply that, yeah, that Vance isn't taking the problem as seriously as he should. shockingly, apparently, alcoholics, when they stop drinking, gain weight.
Hmm.
Which is shocking. I was very surprised. I
I mean,
think
isn't Vance a Fed? Right?
Vance a Fed?
Wasn't he
No.
handpicked by Peter Thiel as his
Yeah.
protege under Palantir?
If you think Peter Thiel is a Fed, you have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
When JD Vance got picked as Trump's VP nominee, which was right after the assassination attempt,
Mm-hmm.
I tweeted out Vice President whatchamacallit, assassination insurance. Because if there's one person in the entirety of the US in the entire political scene that the deep state hates more than Donald Trump, it's JD Vance.
Really? Doesn't
Yes.
the CIA love him?
I
Wasn't his father and his father's father a member of the good old three-letter agency?
Vance?
Yeah, right?
Vance?
I'm just joking. I'm throwing shit out there.
I'm like, I was about to look up Vance's history because it's like, as far as I know, Vance's family, like,
I'm serious though. He went to Harvard and
he went to
whatnot.
Harvard. Yeah. Like,
yeah, that doesn't just happen.
you
He made a deal with the devil that he
You
is
are-
currently back paying with interest.
you obviously have no idea what you're talking about. So
He just has a corrupt look on his face.
okay, whatever. Don't tell alcoholics that. Yeah. There are different craters in the deep state. Read the Rod tweet. Which Rod tweet? It's not a tweet. It's a whole huge Substack. There are depths of the deep state which don't know about other ones. This is true, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, no, I guess the deep state probably hates Tulsi Gabbard more now than they did JD Vance. I think they certainly feared a President JD Vance, the deep state. Like, I actually think part of Fuentes being a Fed is bringing down JD Vance.
Really?
Yeah. Fuentes is definitely a Fed.
Do you think he's a false flag type of Fed or a
Let's just say he glows in the dark. He definitely glows in the dark. What kind of Fed he is beyond me. I mean, Claire also glows in the dark, but I am increasingly becoming convinced that she herself might not realize she's a Fed.
Really?
Yeah. Read the lyrics of the song Dor Shel Neshamot Tzmeot by Ben Tzur. Generation of Thirsty Souls by Ben Tzur. Beautiful to hear such longing to Hashem. Azut Shebekadusha.
I think
I'm
the
not sure how you're
Dreher
using the word
Substack-
azut there. You were saying?
Sorry, I interrupted you. I think the Dreher Substack is mostly right.
Did you read the entire Substack?
Yeah.
I do believe he underestimates the capacity of the right to police itself. I really think he does. At least I'm hoping. We'll see. But
Well, how do you think that's going to happen?
it's going to happen exactly how it happened with Buckley. Like, yeah, apparently Heritage and this ISI thing, which I didn't know about but was apparently important, have both been taken over. Which, look, the thing with conservatives is conservatives never ever consider the importance of institutions. Conservatives always underestimate the importance of an institution in making things function, because they just assume it's there and it will always be there, and that's where conservatives go wrong. But when conservatives wake up, they do not put up with bullshit. Like, and that's what happened with What Is a Woman, right? When conservatives are like, conservatives a lot of times don't pay attention to a lot of things, right? They don't pay attention to like Harvard people saying, what is a woman, right? They don't care. People in Harvard can talk about what a woman is and what gender is all day long, right? But then they suddenly hear people being like, oh, transgender bathrooms and transgender sports, and they're like, my daughter? And the backlash is fierce and strong, which is why did you listen to the Fuentes thing that I put up?
What'd you put up? Was it on Twitter? If so, I didn't listen to it.
Okay, you know what? This might be the best thing we could do. Let us play some 8 minutes of Fuentes. Yes, you should be shocked. I am going to play 8 minutes of Fuentes, but it is 8 minutes of Fuentes.
This kind of thing is really a problem. And before anybody says I got the call or, somebody put me up to this, we do have to be very careful here.
Okay, whenever someone says, before someone says I got the call, right? He is torching his own career right now. And the only thing I can imagine is either he doesn't realize what percentage of his own audience took him seriously, which I think is actually a possibility, or he is afraid of the backlash he's going to get. But yeah, this is Fuentes getting the call, and there's definitely been a bunch of people talking about how Fuentes is a Jew now.
First of all, and I'm not saying this to pander to Jews. I'm not saying this to pander to Israel or to.
I'm not saying this to pander to Jews. I'm not saying this to pander to Israel. So, yep, there he goes.
Liberals or anything. There is a fine line here. There is a fine line between when we are talking about our politics and, of course, the political reality is this country is controlled by a Jewish oligarchy. That's a fact. Because this is nothing other than what you could accurately describe as just verbal abuse.
So what he's talking about is Dave Portnoy, the owner of Barstool something News, was doing a pizza review in front of a pizza shop, and apparently a groyper, there was a video of it, yelled at him, F the Jews, and threw some pennies at him. And there's a video that's been going around of this, and apparently they actually arrested the guy on disorderly conduct charges. Frankly, unless the coins actually hit Portnoy, I don't see how charges are going to stick, and I'm against charges. But there has definitely been a backlash, and apparently the guy was a groyper. But that's what he's talking about.
Going up to somebody and saying, fuck that person in public and saying, fuck the Jews and fuck you, that actually doesn't change anything. It's rude. It is disorderly. This is not how we're supposed to behave. I don't think that we can hold a society together if this is what it's going to turn into. And you could go through a number of different problems. We have a black crime problem. We need the prosecutors, we need the mayors to arrest people regardless of their race. We need to put the cops where the crime is happening. If that's in a black neighborhood, then so be it. But you wouldn't say that the solution is to go up to black people in the street and say, hey, F you, black.
He's telling groypers. Now, this is the guy who really made his career by taking a bunch of his fans and going up to Ben Shapiro and his wife and his kids and harassing them. Harassing Ben Shapiro while he was with his wife and kids in real life with a bunch of his fans. So he's definitely backtracking here. Any of his fans know he is backtracking. He's the guy, oh, we need to take the internet into real life. Like, the internet is real life. All that BS. Now he's like, no. Like, we're talking on the internet theoretically about policy issues. We can't possibly actually bring it into real life. This is the exact opposite of what he's been saying his entire career. And this will destroy him, I believe.
Black person, F you. N-word? That doesn't.
N-word. N-word. Nick Fuentes is now saying N-word. Trust me, that lost him 1/5 of his fans just because he said N-word instead of actually saying the N-word with a hard R. That lost him 1/5 of his fans. What do you think, Andrew? Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Glad to hear it. I have Zoomer confirmation.
Doesn't solve anything. And it's not nice. And it's not Christian.
It's not nice and it's not Christian. Somebody, where was it? Somebody responded, it's not Christian. and they wrote Christian like CHWIST. It was hilarious, but I can't find it right now. But yeah, he's talking about it not being Christian. Okay.
Anybody says I got the call, or
where were
some,
we?
and of course, the political reality is this country is controlled by a Jewish oligarch. It's supposed to behave. I don't think that we can hold a society together if this is what it's going to turn in public. And saying, fuck the Jews and fuck you, that actually doesn't change anything. It's rude. It is disorderly.
It's rude. It's disorderly. And one thing groypers have never been is rude and disorderly.
Not how we're supposed to behave. I don't think that we can hold a society together if this is what it's going to turn into. And you could go through a number of different problems. We have a black crime problem. We need the prosecutors, we need the mayors to arrest people regardless of their race. We need to put the cops where the crime is happening. If that's in a black neighborhood, then so be it. But you wouldn't say that the solution is to go up to black people in the street and say, hey, F you, black person, F you. N-word? That doesn't solve anything. And it's not nice, and it's not Christian. And I would say it goes further than that. Maybe for some of you out there, you might say, well, we're right to be angry and we're right to take out our anger on people like Dave Portnoy. Certainly, I would say on my show, fuck Dave Portnoy, absolutely. But when you do these kinds of things in real life, let's be very clear about.
Like going up to Ben Shapiro when he's with his wife and kids, like scaring his kids, yeah, in real life, might not work real well.
What this tends towards also. If people start to say, we're going to go out there and we're just going to start throwing stuff at and heckling Jewish people.
Like you heckled Ben Shapiro?
If we say that's okay, maybe this you could say, get a thicker skin. Nobody was hurt. It's not really a big deal. Somebody said F you in the street. A lot of people might say that by itself is not a problem. If you start to say this is funny or this is cool or this is okay, who's to say that the next...
By the way, somebody else quoted where someone else had heckled Portnoy apparently, and Fuentes had said it was okay. He is definitely backtracking. And the question really is, why is he backtracking? And I think part of it may be he thinks he's about to go mainstream, and he's trying to go mainstream. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I don't think it's going to work. Not in the conservative movement.
Next time it happens, somebody doesn't run up and punch him in the face. Now you got a really big problem. Who's to say that if somebody runs up and punches somebody in the face, the next person isn't going to go and maybe hit somebody with a baseball bat? Now that's a real problem. And that's not the type of society that I want to live in. I don't want to actually live in a society where people who are Jewish or happen to be Jewish are getting punched.
He lost a fifth of his audience right there. I want to see his Rumble numbers. I really do. Because I'm guessing he took a huge dip when he said, I don't want to live in a society where people are mean to Jews.
Or beat up. And quite frankly,
why do you think he's policing his speech to become mainstream?
I mean, mainstream is a lot more lucrative. I mean, as far as I know, the guy is still like couch surfing and living off his parents. Even with his prominence, like he's not making money. He's really not. How much do you think Rumble pays him for this horrible show that he has?
I mean, he's already doxxed. You don't think he's
he's doxxed.
he doesn't care? anymore?
Look. I mean, do you remember when somebody went to his house and he took their phone and the police came? Like he can't afford the security that Ben Shapiro has.
Okay.
This is the rubber's hitting the road. This is when you're no longer an edgy guy on the internet, and it's real. And the fists are coming out. The people with the actual power are like, who is this guy? He's on my radar, and let's nuke him. And he might get nuked out from outer space. I'm actually surprised he wasn't nuked. Okay, he wasn't nuked from outer space way back when Carl Benjamin and Milo Yiannopoulos were getting kicked off of Twitter. Absolutely kicked off of Twitter. Nick Fuentes still had a check mark. He had a check mark. And back then, check marks were you're good, right? And he had a check mark. Why? Because he was convenient for the left. And the only people who are keeping him from being nuked from outer space are people on the left right now. And apparently some group of integralist Catholic weirdos who are also about to get nuked. Frankly, I think the president of Heritage is going to get nuked. I was expecting him to already have resigned, but apparently it's going to take a while. But the right doesn't mess around like the left does. The right is conscientious, has rules, has lines, we're not going to put up with this.
Okay, I see Ben Shapiro not putting up with this. Who else do you think?
Ben Shapiro has a lot of fans. despite what the Groypers want to say, Ben Shapiro has like 1 million subscribers on real things. Like the Daily Wire. How much is the Daily Wire grossing? Here, let's ask Grok. Grok. How much is the Daily Wire grossing right now? The Daily Wire does not publicly disclose real-time or monthly gross revenue figures based on the most recent available reporting and estimates as of mid-2025. The company's annual gross revenue is approximately $200 million to $220 million. $200 million. How much do you think Mr. Fuentes is grossing? Money is real. This is what the Fed guys don't get. Money is real. Money is the realest thing in the world. It's certainly a lot more real than Jesus being alive. Christus Victor, you say? What are people saying? Kids shouldn't waste their allowances like that. Okay. Sandy, don't worry about it. Don't think about it. This is Zoomer stuff. You're too old. Just let the kids. The kids are not all right, but we're taking care of it. We are taking care of it. The kids will be all right. I'm surprised him running cover for Ali Alexander hasn't destroyed him yet. I have no idea who Ali Alexander is. Should we go back to listening to our dear friend Nick?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
Yeah. Huh?
I do think he is. I mean, like it's funny. Like it's an 8-minute video, and like this is the most unbased thing he's ever done. Like there, at least a fifth of his audience is sitting there going, "He got the call," and another fifth of his audience is going, okay, he's joking. This is a bit. Ah!
That's not good.
It's all your fault. I spilled water all over my keyboard. I am going to go get a towel.
Mm-hmm. No.
And another Snapple. So much water.
I wish Snapple still had the glass bottles, man.
Why?
So much cooler.
Yes. I spilled a lot of water.
Mm.
This glass was almost full, and it's a 20-ounce glass.
Ah, there he goes. I have to carry the show by myself. Oh, God help me.
I think it was the water. Let me get in another towel.
Mhm.
So, what were you saying while I was gone?
Oh, absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Read what Cal wrote while I'm trying to fix this. Andrew,
Yep.
read the comment.
Cal says prominent figure in the early AF days who was known to prey on young men that joined the movement. Apparently, Fuentes was aware of his behavior. I don't know who he's talking about.
What's
Ali
oh,
Alexander? No, okay.
what's early AF days? America First?
America First, yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think anybody who's seriously been following Nick Fuentes kind of realizes he must be gay. Seriously.
Yeah, I could see it.
I mean, and that might be part of his misunderstanding of the situation. Is that he imagines that it was just like lots of people joking, and that there isn't like a third of his audience that would actually bash him if they realized he's actually gay. I mean, they would tend to be the younger ones, but people don't realize how stupid young men can be and clueless. Young men can be very stupid and clueless. Okay, I think
What can you do?
that's
What can you
enough
do?
water that my computer will not self-destruct.
Yeah. One of my coworkers was telling me I should be a lineman.
What's a lineman?
People that work on the power.
High voltage?
Yeah.
You probably should.
No.
Why? They make
I'd
really
rather
good
work
money.
with motors.
What?
I'd rather work with motors. Oh, there he goes. God help us, huh? I could never stream. I'm too autistic for it. Ugh. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of surprising to me how much boomers seem to care about politics. Yeah. And my parents' generation, and
Hey.
maybe he's back. There he is. He's on his phone.
I am on my phone, and my computer is okay, but my whatchamacallit is not. My
Keyboard?
no mouse.
No, okay.
Yeah, I have it was already not doing well, and I have a replacement sitting over there, but I think I am going to just end the stream.
Okay.
Did you have anything important you wanted to say?
No.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay, people. Where were we? There we are. I'm going to use host's prerogative to put the Reverend Parcells to bed because he does need to get up in the morning.
Sorry,
You are
Reverend. Thank
correct.
you.
But before he goes, I have a question. Let's say, God forbid, that I were to burn somebody at the stake for not being a Trinitarian. And I did not repent of that. Is that a salvation issue?
Sometimes Jacob takes
There's a
that devil's
proverb.
advocate thing too
Isn't there a
far.
proverb that says something like "Don't answer a fool according to his folly."
But there's a proverb that says, answer a fool according to his folly.
There is. Exactly right. And I'm going to leave it to you guys to determine, which of those was applicable in this situation as I go. So, but anyhow, good.
Thank
it was
you,
good
Reverend.
to good to
Thank
chat
you.
with you all.
Thank you.
Good night.
The